Good day, this is Denvor'S here, and in this video I'll be talking about the most underrated Malayalam movies on Amazon Prime. So in this movie I'm not just talking about just underrated movies, I'll be specifically talking about the underrated movies on the streaming service Amazon Prime. So Amazon Prime is known for its Malayalam movies. So it has more Malayalam movies than Netflix. And so many people outside Kerala, when they wish to watch Malayalam movies, they go to Amazon Prime, and movies like Kumblangi Nights, Drishyam 2, Georgie, all are so popular. But there are some movies which don't get much viewers, even though they are actually good. So I'll be talking about 10 underrated movies. First, I'll be talking about non-commercial movies or artistic movies. These movies are actually very good, but it may not it may not have certain kind of entertainment value which you can see in Bollywood movies. But yet these movies are good. It's so soulful, etc. So first, the first movie I'm going to talk about is Bayanagam. So Bayanagam is a movie directed by Jairaj, and this movie is part of his Navarasa series. So he has a plan of making 9 movies, each representing one of the Navarasas in Bharada's Natya Shastra. So Bayanagam is about World War II. It's actually based on Tagiri's novel Kayar or Rope. So this is a rare Indian movie about World War II without actually showing combat. So you would have watched so many Hollywood movies on World War II with a lot of combat, but this is a movie about World War II in which the violence is psychological, not physical. There is violence in this movie. There is fear in this movie. The title itself is Bayanagam, but the violence is a kind of psychological violence and not the kind of violence you see in war movies. So this is a great experience. It won the national award for best film. So the next movie I'm going to talk about is T.D. Dasan Standard 6B. So the title itself is very long, and this movie is actually very entertaining, not in a commercial manner, but in a deeper manner. You feel for those. You feel because of that relationship between this boy and this girl who belong to different classes of the society. And here it's not a romantic story. It's about the letters they share with each other. So in some way it's like lunchbox, but among children. So in this, the story is about a young girl and a young boy who don't know each other, but the young girl has some idea about the boy. They have not seen each other, and because of a particular reason, the girl gets to the boy writes a letter which accidentally gets in the hands of this girl, and this girl writes back in order to please the boy. And this movie is taken in a very special manner which you cannot see again, because after this movie the director passed away. So this is the director's only movie. And this movie has some really soulful or beautiful scenes. And also this movie is known for its narrative technique, a different narrative technique which makes it different from the ordinary narrative 3 act structure of the movies you see often. The next movie I'm going to talk about is Artist. Artist is a movie by Shyama Prasad, and Fahad Fasil acts in it. And this movie is about an artist who goes blind. So how does he cope up with his blindness? So you would have watched Sound of Metal, in which a a musician goes deaf and how he copes up with his deafness. So this is a similar movie. This is also a non-commercial movie. So this is the third movie I am recommending. And the fourth movie I am recommending is Neelagasham Pachakadal Chavana Bhumi. This movie is actually inspired by Che Guevara's Motorcycle Diaries, and it stars Dulquer Salman and Sunny Wayne, and it has that long motorcycle ride in which they discover India. So check out this movie. It has some commercial elements. This movie Neelagasham Pachakada Chavana Bhumi has some commercial elements, but yet it stands out in many ways. So the next movie I'm going to talk about is Chola. Chola is again a non-commercial movie. It's about it tries to answer deep questions about human mind, about toxic masculinity, about relationships, especially male-female relationships, the politics in those relationships. So this movie is directed by a great director, Sanal Kumar Shashidharan, and this movie makes you think a lot. This is a movie which engages your mind. You don't watch this movie for as it's entertainment. Even after watching this movie, you go home and think, why did she behave like this? And that's what makes this movie unique. Next, I'm going to the commercial territory. So the movies I'm going to discuss now are commercial movies, but yet they are they are entertaining and at the same time meaningful, which makes these movies a must watch. So the first movie I'm going to talk about is Thera. Thera is a thriller. I'm not going deep into the plot. It stars Shobana, and it is about kidnapping. So many girls are kidnapped and how they rescue these girls. I'm not telling much about this movie because it's a suspense thriller. So watch this movie. It's a very engaging movie. You will be watching the movie on your in the edge of your seats. It's so thrilling. So the next movie I'm going to talk about is Emmanuel. So Emmanuel is a rare movie where you have two stars, Mammootty and Fahad Fasil, and you can watch their dynamics, and there are reasons why you should watch this movie. This movie is a feel good movie. It's not a kind of superhero movie, yet it's like a commercial movie. It has that family dynamics and ups and downs a family goes through in their life. All these things are really engaging in this movie. That's why what makes this movie a very entertaining movie. So watch the movie Emmanuel. The next movie I'm going to talk about is Anandam. Anandam is a college romance movie, or you can call it a tour movie. And it's the Malayalam version of Dil Chahta Hai. It's in a way it's so sublime. It's a commercial movie. It's made for entertainment, and you have all these adventures and this journeys and all these philosophies, and there is a surprise cameo in this movie, and all these factors makes this movie in a way different, and that's why you should watch Anandam. The next movie I would recommend is Ishq. So Ishq in a way is a remake. It's a remake of Funny Boy by Haneke, a French director. But this movie has its ups. It has its ups. Even though it's a remake, it stands out. It creates a sense of terror in the audience. That in this way, it stands apart from the original source material. And the next movie I would like to suggest is Unda. So Unda stars Mammootty, and it's about a group of police officers who go on duty to North India, to a Maoist infested area to conduct an election. And this movie is in a way it's a commercial movie. It has its big moments, but in a way it is also artistic, and you get to know the psychology of these police officers who go through this trouble, and that's what makes this movie special. So you can watch all these movies on Amazon Prime. So before I end this video, I will tell you the reason why I brought up this list. So in this list there are no highly popular movies. These movies are popular in some ways, but they have not aged well, or they are not watched or discussed more. That's why I picked up these movies. Another reason is, I told you there are nearly 285 Malayalam movies on Amazon Prime. So people get confused when they open the app to watch a Malayalam movie, which movie to watch and which movie not to watch. So this video is actually a guide for such people. So thank you. Watch a lot of movies.